Coming up today on Great Day Connecticut, TGIF. The weekend is here, and we've got all the events you don't want to miss, plus a much-anticipated film adaptation of a popular Broadway show.
The hit CBS comedy Bob Hart's Abishola is back, and we're talking to the stars of the show.
And get ready for fall. We've got some great ideas to decorate your home for the season.
We're making your day a great one, starting right now. Happy Friday. It's a great day, Connecticut.
Another rotten start, though. I got to be honest with you. I've been up since 1, and I'm just getting a little tired.
The weather has just been wild this year. Well, you and everybody's tired of it.
4 to 5 inches of rain in parts of the state.
Yeah.
That's a month's worth of rain in a very short period of time. It's just ridiculous.
So it's going to be looking better for later on.
Yeah, it'll get progressively better, and then things should be okay for the weekend. There might be some scattered showers Saturday afternoon through the evening, but for the most, it's not going to be anything like this, that's for sure.
That's great.
This deluge. We've been following this front for days. I mean, it was literally on the map on Monday, and it was slowly inching its way across the United States and finally made it into Connecticut this morning. Anyway, unbelievable. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. It's Koala Day.
Okay, it is
Save the Koala Day.
Save the Koala Day.
Yeah, this was my favorite animal when I was a kid.
I know, right? Look
I
at
had
this
the
little
little stuffed koalas everywhere.
Of course, a little marsupial.
Oh, it's just so cute. No, they call them a koala bear. They're not really bears. But they say that we need to know the importance. Oh my gosh, have you ever seen any cuter? It's a baby koala.
See those nails?
He's a wusha.
Wusha.
You know, he wouldn't hurt you. He just wants to cuddle.
Exactly. So there are 100,000 left in the world.
That's it?
And they're becoming more and more extinct because they're cutting down the eucalyptus forests, and that's what they use. Look at them. He's right there. That's what they eat, and that's what they thrive on. And because the forests are going away, so are the koalas. Plus, we had those horrible fires in Australia, the wildfires, and that wiped out a bunch of the koalas.
And they say road accidents. I guess, if you're in Australia, they actually, koalas
and
end up like...
domestic dogs attacking them.
What?
I can't even imagine koalas walking around in the natural.
I know, like if you just were like, oh, I hit a koala.
I hit a koala. It's kind of crazy.
But they say one way to support is if you love koalas, you could do this with your kids. Watch a movie, read a book about koalas, send a couple bucks to a koala conservation organization. So think of the koalas today.
Think of the koalas today. Don't think of the tigers. Tiger King is returning to Netflix. They're coming out with part 2.
I mean, how are we not going to watch it? Although you're the only person on the planet who hasn't seen part 1.
I have not seen part 1. The
docuseries apparently has already been shot. And
when do they do this? And who's in it?
This is what's confusing because he's in prison, right? Joe Exotic. And then we don't know who's coming back for the second season. But we just know there's going to be a season 2. And they say just as much madness as season 1. So if you just want to get home and feel good about yourself, watch Tiger King because it's just a hot mess every night.
It's just a hot mess. I refuse to watch it. Jamie, our producer's in my ear going, I can't wait.
No, you actually... because of your love of animals,
yes,
it would be difficult, but you would like watching it because it exposes a lot of things.
It does expose a lot of things.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I mean, there's all kinds of crazy drama going on.
What is it? How many seasons?
No, there's one season.
Oh, that's it? All right. 4-part, 6-part.
It wasn't very long. The beginning of the pandemic, everyone watched it because we were all locked in the house.
Because everybody was locked in the house, exactly.
All right, iPhone 13 goes on sale. You and I are still stuck in iPhone 2.
iPhone 7.
I have an 8.
Mine
at least could work with new AirPods.
It's so small, I can't even read it anymore.
Well,
that's why I bring my glasses everywhere I go.
The new 13, you probably could deal with, you should get a Max.
What is it going to do?
So the new 13 is not that different from the 12, but it does a longer battery life, better cameras. They have a mini. You don't want the mini.
I'm all for longer battery life. That's really the only thing I'm asking for.
Well, that would be... Your battery would be a lot longer if you got a new one. Just the fact you have an old battery and it's an older model.
Longer than there have been batteries. Yeah, except, yeah. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, me too.
Exactly. All right, regulators in Europe want to ban proprietary charging cables in ports.
Absolutely. This is an issue and we're not going to take it anymore.
Could you explain it to me?
Okay, so Apple's, this charging cord really only works for the Apple. You have to get it from Apple.
Yes, my computer does not work with the same thing as my...
So Europe is saying they want to require that
it's all one thing.
Yes, universal. So
how are they going to make their money?
You buy a charger and it works for your smartphone, your tablet, your camera, all this. And instead of having to constantly go out and spend more money to buy the brand.
Right. How are they going to make money? I'm sure they'll do
Well,
it.
they say 38% of consumers haven't been able to charge their phone on at least one occasion because they didn't have the correct charger in hand.
Oh boy.
So, I mean, it's not what the companies want, but wouldn't you love just one charger that works for everybody?
Absolutely.
We can have charging stations for electric cars. Why can't we have charging stations for all the phones?
I'm completely in agreement with you, Kara. I've never been more in agreement with you than this. All right, many other times too.
All right, this is really important.
Yeah, this is really important.
There's a recall of a very popular baby product. It's the Boppy Lounger, the newborn lounger, and they're actually recalling it because it's been linked to the deaths of 8 babies.
That's so sad.
It looks like this, and these deaths have happened between 2015 and 2020. We're talking about the Boppy original newborn lounger.
Yeah, and even though the deaths took place during that time, they might still be out there, these products,
They
right?
really want them recalled. Newborns have kind of, you have to be careful with newborns, as the doctors always say, because they can turn over and
Right.
they suffocate, and they don't have the ability to roll back over. And so anyway,
Listen,
if you have one of these, or you are a grandparent and maybe your kids gave you one 5 years ago.
3 million Boppy loungers have been recalled because of it. 3 million.
There's a lot.
Well, there's
a lot
a
of people
lot of
have
them out there.
Different than the Boppy pillow that you use for nursing. This is the Boppy Lounger. So you don't, I mean, really anything that's big and fluffy, you shouldn't leave a newborn unattended in. They don't
Okay.
want you to, crib bumpers make things so pretty. Everyone wants their crib bumper, but the
God,
doctors are like, no crib bumpers.
What parents have to worry about. It's just,
so,
it's
yeah.
unbelievable. All right, now the Rhode Island house made famous in the Conjuring movies. Not familiar with it.
It's going up for sale.
The Conjuring, I guess
the
it's
movie, The Conjuring, is a very scary movie.
a very scary movie.
And there's a house
Okay.
where they claim it's haunted.
All right.
Now, there's some folks there that are in the paranormal business, and they've lived there, and they actually made a business out
Of course they
bringing
did.
people
Of
to the
course.
haunted house. But now they're listing it for a lot more than they bought it for, 1.2 million. They bought it for about 440.
400,000, yeah,
And they're
exactly.
doing that because I guess he's not well, and they need to sell it, but they'd like someone to continue the business. And there's lots of paranormal
Now, do
activity
the
there.
ghosts go with the people who are
Yes.
selling it?
Yes.
Or do they come with the house?
No, the ghosts stay with the house.
The ghosts stay with the house?
Hopefully.
All right, so they don't go with the old owners.
They're already booked through 2022, so they want someone else to buy it and then just keep the hauntings going.
They said it's been very busy, doors opening and closing on their own, footsteps, knocking, disembodied voices, and pictures of Renee Janino. Pictures of Renee Janino in the house. It's unbelievable.
All right, so you could go buy a ticket to see the house, and Americans are expected to spend a record $10 billion on Halloween.
$2
That
billion.
woman is in the house. I know that.
You know that.
Yeah.
This guy is in the house right there.
For sure he's in the house.
Oh, my
and his
God.
friends.
Stop it. Look, $2 billion more than last year people are expected to spend on Halloween. And most of it is going to be on costumes. People are really
We have to
getting
figure
decked
out what
out.
we're going to wear. We should ask.
Oh, I got an email yesterday. I got an email from a wiggery.
wigger?
They do drag queen wigs.
Oh.
And he wants to do us up. I might go as a drag queen this year.
Oh, okay.
And then you could go, I don't know what you could, I don't know. We could both go as drag queens. One of us will be real, one of us won't be. But I got
I
a
already
very
have big
interesting-
hair and do a lot of makeup. I'm good. I need to do something different.
I got a great email from this gentleman, and I'm going to reach out to them and see what they have to offer. Maybe we can do a piece on them for Halloween anyway. It sounds good.
All right, well, if there's a silver lining that came out of the pandemic, it's really the year of the worker, and Target is now scaling down its holiday hiring. They say instead they're going to give more hours to their
Good.
existing workers and more flexibility. They're developing some technology that they can choose a little bit more about when they want to work and
This
when
is
they want to pick
terrific.
up extra shifts. You know, one of my first jobs in TV, we have to work 24 hours a day. They need someone here, and small markets have small staffs. And I thought it was so great. They always had a volunteer sign up. And so for holidays, for anything, it just said, who wants to volunteer first? And 9 times out of 10, people just volunteered because they wanted
Absolutely.
the extra hours. And those who didn't stayed home. And
Right, like if you have no, like I don't have a lot of kids, so I don't mind working the holidays. So, but anyway, so Target
you don't have
is
a lot
gonna-
of kids? I think
I
you
don't
have
have
none.
any kids. Well, I have one. His name is Dash, and he was up the whole night with me. I was like, what is the deal? I have to go
was
to
it
bed.
because of the weather? Or?
I don't know what he must. Maybe the weather affects this cat, but he's just like.
Well, sure, animals feel a lot. So
I was like, so I'm petting him. It's 12:30, and I'm like, I got to get up in a half an hour. Please, just let me sleep for another half an hour.
you need a nap.
Yeah, I need a nap.
Hey, we can get in the spirit of holidays earlier because Kelly Clarkson has
I
already
love the
released her
song.
Christmas single. I like the title.
Yes.
Christmas isn't canceled, just
you. It's about an I wonder who it's about. Could it be her ex-husband? I mean, isn't the guy suing her for everything and matrimony and palimony? I don't know what he's suing her for, but everything. So,
well, you can learn more maybe if you just watch People, because People, the show, is right here on Channel 3. They have all the celebrity news at 7:30.
Okay, here's Kay with a preview.
Tonight on People, our special contributor Nancy O'Dell speaks with Beatle legend Ringo Starr. They get into life with John, Paul, George, and Ringo's take on the highly anticipated remake of the Let It Be documentary coming out in November.
I know that you didn't particularly like the original one. Why
No,
was
I
that?
never liked the original one. Well, it took one of the dull moments of the month, because we were there a month, and it was all based on that downer. And I thought, well, it's not really showing what it was like.
So you feel like it's a better representation of who you guys truly were?
I do. I think you see the joy. And
we're bloody stars, you know. Well, don't comment, cheek.
we found 56 hours of unused footage.
Wow.
Mainly filled with laughter.
This is just the beginning. Ringo talks new music, a recent dinner with Paul, and a song left to him by the late George Harrison. It's an exclusive only tonight on People.
Let's go boating, Kara.
Yeah, well, the boat show is back, and it's fall's premier boating event. We're talking about the Norwalk Boat Show. It's at Norwalk Cove Marina. It's happening now through Sunday, opens at 10 a.m. each day, and there's a lot to do. They have for the whole family. It's really a whole fun event for the kids,
It's
too.
put on by Progressive Insurance, and we want to thank them. And just be the third caller to 866-539-9372. Kara, what's that number?
866
Yep.
539-9372, and you can win 4 tickets.
That's great. You can get out there and do so many
tickets.
things. We had them on the show
And this weekend's going to
earlier.
be great, and later on is fine.
Absolutely.
So-
All right, the weekend is nearly here. And if you're looking for some fun things to do, Renee Janino has got you covered.
Yeah, from fairs this weekend to the best flicks that you can cozy up and click play to. One thing for sure, you won't be bored with all of the fun stuff on this last weekend of September.
Can you believe it? Maybe your guilty pleasure is finding binge-worthy TV series, a hit show right here on CBS. We've got the full scoop.
You're watching Better Connecticut on your Friday afternoon. We'll be right back.